want to show you how to use your e-textbook that's included in your MyMathLab classroom to help you learn the material and prepare you for each week's test. So first we're going to go right to week 1, section 3.1, and here in the right hand side I want you to locate where it says click to read the multimedia e-textbook. You're going to click that hyperlink and that's going to open for you the e-textbook. And the beautiful part is it's going to open it on section 3.1. You're going to notice it takes a little while to open while it loads. But even though it opens in section 3.1, you will have full access to the table of contents, and from that section, once the e-textbook is open, you can navigate to any part of the book that you want to go to. So here's our section 3.1, and here's our book. And over here on the left-hand side, I want you to notice that you have a table of contents. So this is really important because you can use this to navigate. There's some features here that I'm going to show you. Okay, but the first thing that I wanted to do now is just look over here on the 3.1, and I want you to notice that you have student learning objectives for this particular section, and there are 3 of them. And there's also an icon here with a little camera. In that icon, when you click that icon, you will get a video that will have 3 segments, 1 for each of the student learning objectives. So this is a great place for you to start or get an overview of some of the important highlights of the section. So notice how if I just hover over each of the objectives, I will have the objective listing over on the right, and then I can click play, or I can click the objective to start the lecture. Okay, so the total video looks to be about 10 minutes, so these are short videos. It's definitely worth your while to listen to the lecturer and get a nice overview. Okay, so I'm going to close out of that now. I'm going to recommend that you do read your book, even though you may not be much of a reader of books, especially in math class, because your book does have examples that are worked out for you to follow. So it's a good idea to look through the examples, and then remember that our assignments and tests are open book, open notes. So if you want to take some notes of some of the highlights of this section, keep them in a notebook. That would not be a bad idea. So as I scroll down here and read through, you'll notice that I have an example number 1, and it ends. The example is completed in the next page, so I'm coming over here to the navigation arrow to click for the next page. And as I finish the example, I want you to see that there is a way for you to practice. Each of the examples will have a student practice problem listed right underneath. So what I want you to understand or to know is that we actually have, there's a little note here, it says, fully worked out solutions to all of the student practice problems can be found at the back of the text starting at page SP-1. So what I want to show you there is that as you read through the book, if you see a student practice problem that seems similar to maybe one of the homework problems for the section, and you would like to see a worked out solution to that problem, then you can access the solutions to these student practice problems at the back of the book. So let me help you find those. Okay, so we're going to go back over here to the left to the table of contents. Okay, and I want you to scroll down, and you're going to see down here below under Appendix F that it says Solutions to Student Practice Problems, and we're going to click on that link. And so here you can see that we are in Chapter 0. First, and of course we were working in Chapter 3, so I'm going to navigate my way to Chapter 3, and so I'm just going to click through here until I find Chapter 3, which I think is in about page 10 of these. So okay, so here's Chapter 3, page 10, and again you see right away Chapter 3, 3.1 student practice, and we have here the solution to the student practice problem that we just saw in the other page. Okay, so this is a great tool for you because these are problems that are worked out. You can see over here on the right hand side that they show you how some of the answers were achieved. So you actually see the steps of how to solve problems. So this is a great tool for you, and I wanted to show that to you. Okay, we're going to go back now to page 206, section 3.1, and we're going to look at example 4. So by the way, just to navigate myself quickly, only because I happen to know that this is section that is page 204, I can come up here to the page number and type in the number 204 and hit enter, and boom, I'm back where I was with section 3.1. Okay, so here I am. Actually, I need page 206, so there you go. So I'm going to go to 206, and in page 206, by the way, there's another student practice problem number 2. Remember, we just saw where those answers were located. Okay, so in page 206, I'm going down to example number 4. And I want you to see that this example has 3 icons next to the example. Okay? And so again, that means that with this example, you have some multimedia tools that can help you to practice and learn this concept. So you know that the little camera icon will bring you a video example, so I'm not going to click on that one. Here's a new one though. Here's a new icon that's like denotes that there is an animation problem here. And so when we click on that, then you're going to see it load an animation that's going to allow you to practice the new concept, which in this case is has to do with order pairs of numbers. So here it is loading up. Oh, apparently we're going to go on a treasure hunt. Gives you the objective, which is to plot points in the coordinate plane, and that this is a practice exercise. So okay, so you can see that this animation, which is a treasure hunt, that's going to allow you to practice how to enter coordinates, even has some audio with it, some instructions. So again, this is a great little exercise here, hiding under that icon for you. And then finally, I want to look at this last icon, which is a you try it. So after you've read through the example, maybe watched the video, maybe practiced a bit with the animation, you may want to just click on the you try it. That's going to open up a sample problem from the that looks a lot like your MyMathLab homework, and it's going to allow you to try the problem here as you're reading. So as you're reading, you're practicing the problems as you go. And you noticed too that with this problem, your MyMathLab tools that help me solve this in the view and example are here available for you to help you also practice with this problem. So this is really kind of a cool little feature, because now your book is kind of helping you learn the material, which is a great thing. Okay, I want to show you some other features in the chapter that I think might be helpful to get you prepared for your test. So we're going back to the table of contents for chapter 3. So here we are in the table of contents for chapter 3. I'm going to click on that drop down arrow, and what I want you to do here is just to use the scroll bar and scroll down, and we're going to find the chapter 3 organizer. The chapter 3 organizer. So click on that. And what I want you to see here is that you have that you actually in this organizer, it kind of summarizes some of the key points of the chapter. So it gives you some of the key topics and procedures. Okay, and it tells you what page you can locate that in, gives you an example, and then it gives you a place for you to try a sample. So this would be a great way for you to prepare for your test, especially if you're not much of a note taker. You would have some of the highlights of the chapter here for you to help you. And here's the beautiful thing, you can actually print this. So if you're somebody who likes to remember that we can have an open book test, then you may want to print these out and have them handy when you're taking your test. So to print, just come up here to the to the top of your page and click on the print icon, and you'll be able to print these pages. Okay, let me see. Let me do that. I haven't done that. Okay, so it says print. How many pages do you want to print, starting with the current page? So if you want to print 2 pages, 3 pages, just select here how many pages you want to print, starting with the current page. Okay, so I recommend you do that. Print it. You can even make notes right on this organizer as you work the problems. And then I wanted to show you that the You Try It. As you do the You Try It problems here, you can once again locate the answers to these problems in the back of the book. So we're going to come back over here. And notice this first problem was to graph 2x minus y equals 6. This is a chapter 3 organizer. So I'm going to be back to the table of contents. And I'm going to scroll down to the back of the book to where it says answers to selected exercises. So right under solutions to student practice problems, go to the answers to selected exercises. Okay. And when I click on that, then I'm going to find the chapter 3 organizer. So I'm once again scrolling through my pages to get to chapter 3. Let's see. Oh, here I am in chapter 3, and then I'm looking for the organizer. So imagine it's the end of chapter 3. Let's see. Here's chapter 3 review problems. Again, you have solutions for those. And let me see, where's the organizer? Okay, there's the You Try It. Okay, there they are. The You Try It. I forgot. We were just going to plot the name of the exercises are You Try It. So there they are under Answers to Selected Exercises, Chapter 3, and there are your answers so you can see how you're doing as you practice with your organizer. Okay, I've got one more feature that I want to show you, and this one is really cool. So we're going back over here to the table of contents to chapter 3, and at the end of the chapter and at the end of each chapter there is a How Am I Doing chapter test. So when you click on that, here's why I like this, because you can again I recommend you print this out, right? You could print it out, try these problems that are here, okay, because they're representative problems from the chapter. And then after you try the problems, kind of put yourself under a test situation and try the problems, then you can check how you're doing by clicking on the little camera icon, because for each problem there is a video showing you how to solve the problem. Isn't that cool? Okay, so it's going to load now. You see how this is the same problem as that? So you're actually going to get a teacher showing you how to solve these problems that are on the How Am I Doing chapter test. So isn't that cool? Now a lot of my students don't realize that these are here, these features are here and available for you to use to help you prepare for your weekly tests. But what I want to ask you now is that if you find any other neat features as you're navigating through the ebook, please make sure that you share them with me or with your classmates, because these are cool tools and want to make sure everybody knows that they're here. Okay.